Brother Haider, you can unmute your line, inshallah, and then you can share your session. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, inshallah, let me just set up to have the screen. Hold on a second. Okay. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Just to introduce myself, I know a few of you have been communicating with me in emails, texting, or calling to speak to each other on the phone. Inshallah, we're looking forward to all seeing you all soon. Uh, Alhamdulillah, I've been with Dar es Salaam since 2004, mainly focusing on organizing for Umrah and Hajj. Inshallah, we are looking forward to serve you this year and hopefully to seeing you all soon, inshallah. So just to remind everyone, this webinar right now is focusing on the 14 days Medina first for the Almuasim camp packages. Inshallah. So just to make sure that everyone on the right webinar, so that we don't have any some confusion. Let me go to the next slide. So these are the packages that we have reviewed today. Inshallah, we have the ALJ5. These are the codes that we'll be using throughout our journey. That is DS Hajj Jamil Crown Plaza Al Muasim 2, ALJ6, that is for Dalataiba, and then ALJ7, that is for Saja, ALJ8 and LJ9, that is for Tulip 4 and 5. And also we have BRJ for DS Deluxe A1 shifting, and then the MA 1500 for Al Burj Economy package, right? So all of them basically on this presentation right now is going to be non-shifting except just the BRJ 7, the DS Deluxe Almuasim Cam, right? So inshallah, we'll go into more detail. Before we go into it, just want to remind everyone, I know this has been mentioned many times in the past, that all these logistics operations, it's going to be served by the Hajj service provider. We are, as Dar es Salaam, we are just working as hands in hand, supporting as a supporting role, inshallah, to be able to make it easier for everyone in the middle, inshallah. Some disclaimer, this webinar will be provided as an educational purpose only. There are, so of course, many things unknown. Inshallah, we'll do our very best, but just to make sure that the things can be like, happening throughout the trip. Some will be subject to change without notice, but we'll try our best, inshallah, to keep updating you and then post any last minute updates so that we all can be on the same page. We know that everyone probably have some questions about the flights update, the arrivals, the guide, the visa concerns. So inshallah, these are all we've been working on, and it has also been communicated. We are staying on the top of it on the daily basis. We have meetings and follow up. Inshallah, in the coming weeks, we will have more updates and then finalize it so that we can move forward. Housekeeping items. Inshallah, you will do our very best to get all the details throughout the presentations. So if you have any questions or anything that you can help hold until the end, we will have some time, inshallah, to review all your questions and do the best possible to answer some of them. Also, this is just to make sure that this presentation will be focusing only on the itinerary and some logistic topics. Inshallah, if there is anything that we need to go into more details, we will inshallah have more webinars in the future before we leave, inshallah. So we'll start with departure. Our advice is for you to bring at least the minimum possible. With the flight, the airlines, of course, like, as the standard rules, they allow you to bring two luggage and some carry-on, right? But our advice is just to minimize as much as you can. The least you bring, the better. You can have at least one suitcase for your check-in, and then one roll bag that will be also used while you're traveling in Mina, and then one backpack that also can be convenience when you have it, inshallah, for your traveling to during the manasik of Hajj. At the airport arrivals. Hajj is unusual travelings. If you are used to travel, of course, international flights, but we advise, if you can, arrive at least 4 to 5 hours before before your flight schedules. You never know; you might be getting traffics or anything that might happen during your traveling. It's better for you to be earlier than later, so it's going to avoid some anxieties that you might also have throughout the trip, right? So the sooner, the earlier, the better. I know you when you finish, you can always relax and have some time to like wait for your flight. If you're traveling with domestic flight, make sure that you don't have your luggage check in directly to your international flight. Because if anything is not connected within each other, it's not easy for you to find, and you might even not even find it, or it's going to be very difficult. So try your best to have your luggage check in while you are going into the international flight. On the arrival, uh, you have to go through immigration and customs. We are not going to be able to be inside. We will meet you outside. Make sure that you have collect your luggage. If there is for any reason that you don't find your luggage, inshallah, those things are happening. But just in case, make sure that you claim and get a copy of the claim. Inshallah, we will help follow up to make sure that you can find it later on. But but make sure that you have all of these things taken care of inside, because we are not going to be able to go inside to help you. We will, inshallah, meet you outside as soon as you are exiting the custom. On the arrival for the hotel check-in, uh, your hotel rooms, just to remind you that it consists of two standard beds. Any additional beds, it will be a roll-up bed, and also it will be adjusted to the room size, right? The general check-in is usually 5 p.m. Depending on your arrival, inshallah, you will have some accommodation for you to put your luggage. Maybe we tried our best to have some comfortable waiting rooms. In the meantime, you can also, go to the haram just as until your room is available. Inshallah, we'll all usually always try our best to accommodate, but just a general check-in time is usually 5 p.m., especially during Hajj time. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. These are the map for your Medina stay, depending where your hotel is, just for you to just have an idea where are the locations of your hotel. These are like Saja, and then we have the Lataiba around this area here. We also have tulips in this map, just to have an idea where your location is. And all of this is recorded, and then we're going to share with you so you can see it at your convenience time, inshallah. Your Medina stay is all based on your package itinerary, right? Your for moving for BRJ7, you're starting on June 7th to June 10th. For ALJ5, Jamil Crown Plaza, you will be also June 7 to June 10. For Hajj Jamil de la Taiba, the same thing. So majority of them are also, of all arrivals on the 7th to the 10th, except for de la Taiba. You will be leaving on the 11th, And also for the tulips, you will be arriving on the 8th and then staying until the 11th. For your Madinah stay, you can, you just be familiar with the locations. You make you can enjoy while you're staying there. We will be around to assist you. We have a schedule for lectures. We have a schedule for some activities. Inshallah, when we have more details of our daily itinerary, we'll be sharing it with you. If it's needed, inshallah, we'll have another webinars to just go into more details. But right now it's just general, basically a tentative itinerary, inshallah. For living from Medina to Mecca, based also again on your package itinerary. For the shifting, you'll be living on the majority of them again. It's all living on the 10th, except for the Dalataiba living on the 11th, which is 5th of the Hijjah. And then for the Albert's economy and also for tulips living on the 11th, the 5th of the Hijjah. Departing for logistics, some logistics for departing. Medina from Medina to Mecca, you will check your luggage. Your luggage will be picked up, inshallah, prior to, according to your departure. You make sure that you have your hand carry-on with you, your medicine with you, all your valuables with you. So you will be departing from Mecca either by high-speed train or by buses, depending on your package. I believe that Tulips and Saja will be by bus, and the rest will be going by train. The schedules of departure usually is in the afternoon, but we will inshallah update you in more details when it comes closer to our time to depart, inshallah. So your market stay, so majority of them again, starting on the 10th, except for the Lataiba, starting on the 11th, and then also for tulips and Albert's economy starting on the 11th. And for the non-shifting, you'll be exiting your hotel on the 7th of Dhul Hijjah. But the rest of the package that we have here is, I'm sorry, for the shifting, you will be exiting your hotels on the 13th of Dhul Hijjah, going into starting your manasik of Hajj. The rest of us on the non-shifting, you have access to your hotel, but you will be leaving inshallah on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. This is your Makkah stay. Once you arrive when you arrive in Makkah, inshallah, the first thing you do, you will do your Umrah. You get familiar with your surrounding, enjoy the Haram. You have a few days there before you're departing for Hajj. We will also be around to guide you, give you all the information needed. Our communications will be going through WhatsApp and also in person. Uh, we will again update you with all the detail, inshallah. So now is the main important things is starting your manasik of Hajj. The rules of because of the location that we have and Almuasim camp, all the logistics of departure, arrivals during the manasik of Hajj, it will be updated and control the movement and the timing by the Ministry of Hajj. The informations will be shared with us maybe a day or two before. And at that time, we will update you exactly of the timing, where we're going to live, what time we're going to leave, and all those logistics, basically, inshallah, what will be shared with us maybe a day or two before, and then we'll update you, inshallah. So for the shifting, it will be, just again to repeat, for the shifting, inshallah, we'll be leaving on the 7th of Dhul Hijjah. Most likely will be in the evening. And for the non-shifting, we'll be going on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. It's we don't know exactly yet, but probably sometime in the morning or the day before, we will update you, inshallah. So departing for the non-shifting, you have your room in Medina, in Mecca, throughout your stay during the manasik of Hajj. So you don't have to worry about carrying stuff into the Mina and Arafah, and while you're staying in Mina, you can just carry the minimums possible. You have access to your room throughout the stay in Mina, even though that we might probably have some challenging to bring back and forth. And again, that schedule, we have the schedule available, but we don't know exactly when and how it's going to be done. But inshallah, again, we will work with the details, and then we'll update you. So you can leave your check-in luggage in your room, keep your valuables in your room, just bring whatever is needed to Mina, inshallah. And for the shifting, you have to leave your hotels on the 7th, the evening of the 7th, right? So we will collect your luggage. It will be stored for you, and it will be available, inshallah, for you after the ending of your manasik of Hajj, before your departure. We also will try to have collect your valuables, and we'll keep it under safekeeping, inshallah. That also will be available for you at the end of the manasik of Hajj, before your departure of returning home. We'll touch into it more detail, inshallah, in the next few slides. What do you take to Mina? Uh, you kind of have to get an idea how long you're going to be staying in Mina and when you're leaving from Mecca to Mina. You will be mostly in Ihram from the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. So most likely you probably maximum need only two change of clothes. Usually you will have nice of change of clothes for the Eid, and then maybe one extra clothes for the remaining of your stay. So try to minimize what you bring, because Mina camp is usually very tight and a limited space. Uh, you should bring your toiletries, of course, your medicines, all your important essentials that you need. But try as much as you can to have it minimized, so that you don't have to worry about it throughout your stay in the camp. So about the tents and spaces in Mina, it is very limited. Bedding is provided. Uh, and then each person also will be designated on the tent by men and women separately. Walking distance, that is the main concern that we avoid with our locations. In general, the camp is, inshallah, will be as comfortable as possible. But the concern that usually we have with this Almuasim camp is just the walking distance from the Jamarat from the Muasim camp to the Jamarat. It's about 55 minutes, and also the weather is going to be hot. But most of the walking, inshallah, will be going through the tunnel. This is some uh, map of the where we are. This is our camp, and this is the Jamarat, right? And this straight long line, this is basically the tunnel. So most of the walk will be under the tunnel. And from here to the camp, from camp to enter the tunnel is not that really long. I mean, it's not going to be a straight walk. It's maybe some kind going around. We will find like more detail, and we probably will give you like more detail of the map once we get closer to it, inshallah. And this is also the way of the walk through the Jamarat. All right. So yes, inshallah, we'll have more detail on this to share with you as we get closer. But this is just a general ideas. The bathroom and it's we have as the usual North American style toiletries. We have the ceramic tiles, bathroom floor. We have handheld shower within the bathroom stall. Uh, the caterings are also provided. We'll separate it location between a man and woman. Uh, we'll have a variety of meals, hot and cold drinks available, usually 24 hours, tea, coffee, and station throughout the camp, inshallah. Uh, Departing for the manasik of Hajj. So this is the main things that we need to focus on because this is why we are here. During the manasik of Hajj, all transportations and scheduling during the manasik of Hajj, it will be updated a day before or prior to the scheduling with the buses and shuttle for the pilgrim to Mina. It will be all have to be transferred by bus, right? These are the kind of schedule locations that we are where we'll be waiting for the bus. Inshallah, we'll organize it in a way that hopefully make it easier. All of us will be around. I'm going to be myself. I'll be around also inshallah with you in the Marsim camp. Uh, so departure from Mina camp to Arafah, it will be based of the group. You will be you will try your best to, or we will try to guide you also, like to be organized. Stay in your camp. We will update you when the time is your turn. The detail of the logistic, inshallah, will get more clearer as we get closer. But this is just a general idea, basically. So the Arafat, depending on of the arrival, inshallah, we have the tents also separated by men and women. We will guide you with the directions where's the camp is. It usually will be assigned with the code, like with the base of your groups. We'll have like air conditions. Also, it's usually carpeted. Nice, like have enough sittings for you for the throughout the day, inshallah. Okay, and then this is basically the day of the most important things that why we are here. The day of Arafah. This is the main day that the reason why we are doing this trip. Inshallah, this is very important. You should be resting in the morning. The Hajj, inshallah, starting in the afternoon. We'll start praying Dhuhr and Asr. It will be in Arafah. There will be time for individual supplications, also as group supplications. The camp is very uh, I wouldn't say it's confusing, but it's very easy to get lost. So you should always stay just within the camp area. You don't want to get lost in this area. Leaving from Arafah to Musdalifah. Usually we'll start leaving after sunset. Again, the detail of the schedules, exactly when we will announce it. As soon as we hear from them, it will be basically scheduled as a group. So make sure that before you leave, you stay hydrated. Uh, Musdalifah, when you arrive in Musdalifah, inshallah, it will hopefully, usually around uh, Isha time, you will pray Maghrib and Isha in Musdalifah, and then rest for the remaining of the nights. At that time, usually this is where we take the advantage of collecting your pebbles for the Jamarat. We need 7 for the 10. We need 21 for the 11th of Dhul Hijjah. We need another 21 for the 12th and also 21 for the 13th. Total of the pebbles you should be collecting is 70. So leaving the Musdalifah, uh, there are usually options that you can leave early in the AM, just after midnight. Uh, but if you have no reason to leave early, you should always try your best to stay until Fajr time. For the details of the logistics, how it will be accommodated, inshallah, again, it will be controlled by the Ministry of Hajj, and we will get the schedule. And then once we have it, we'll share it with you. We hope that we have all this information, inshallah, earlier than later, so that at least you can plan ahead how you want to do, how are you going to stay after midnight, or you're going to stay until Fajr time. Inshallah, all these things will be more clearer as closer to our times of departure from Arafat to Muzdalifah, inshallah. Once you arrive back into Mina camp on the 10th, your activities on the 10 is basically throwing the Jamarat the first day. Again, the schedule, we will update you when we're going to be walking to the Jamarat. That day, you will only do one Jamarat, which that you need the 7 pebbles for. And then the next activities while you are in Mina, you will be going to Tawaf al-Ifada, the same thing. The schedules will be, inshallah, updated the day before or the morning of the day that you're traveling. Inshallah, we'll update you as soon as we have the information. We'll be traveling from Mecca from Mina to Mecca by bus for the Tawaf al-Ifada or Tawaf al-Wada, or any time that you're going back and forth between Mina and Mecca. For the non-shifting, you have the room available for you, and the schedule is we'll try to have you have access to your room, but again, it's all going to be based on the availability of the transportation during that time. uh, but if there is any, inshallah, you should be able to leave on the 10 to have access to your room. You also should be able to leave on the 11th. But as far as we understand, as of now, the 12th of Dhul Hijjah, there is no transportation, because that is basically the most crowded area in Mina. Majority people are usually leaving on the 12th uh, or the 13th, but according to what we know right now is the 12th, there is very limited transportation. So we should not consider any schedule during that time. But again, inshallah, we'll update you as the time close, so that we can plan it better, inshallah. For the shifting, uh, you basically will be staying in Mina, and we will have to figure out a schedule for you when it's best for you to go to do your Tawaf al-Ifada. For the non-shifting, anytime that you have access to go to your hotel, you should take advantage of it and do your tawaf al-ibadah while you are there. Then again, depending on the schedule that you will be transferring you, but any time of the 10, 11 that you are able to go, have access to your room, you should schedule of your tawaf al-ibadah then. But for the shifting, you have no access to your room, you will be in Mina. We will try our best to schedule it either the 10th or the 11th. I think that's the only 2 days that you will be going, that you'll be able to go for doing your Tawaf al-Ifada. Inshallah, again, once we get the information from the authorities, we'll share it with you, and then we'll update you, inshallah. Uh, Leaving for the last day. That will be, inshallah, according to what we know right now, is going to be June 19, the 13th of Dhul Hijjah. Departing from the non-shifting, it will be going back to your hotel on the 13th after you do your Rami. The timing of the movement, again, will update you. Inshallah, we'll let you know. And then once you get to your hotel, you can rest and stay, have access to your hotel. Depending on your flight itinerary, we'll schedule you for your travel to uh, Jeddah Airport. And of course, we'll remind you that make sure that you do your Tawaful Wada before you're leaving. For the shifting, you will be leaving on the 13th after the last Rami, and you will be doing Tawaful Wada and then continue to your Jeddah airport based on your flight itinerary, right? And but also, if you remember earlier, I mentioned that you will be try to collect your valuables before you leave on the 7th of Dhul Hijjah before you going for your manasik of Hajj. This is the time that you will be collecting your valuables before you leave, right? Again, I mean, of course, we'll keep reminding you, don't forget, but we'll continue reminding you, especially this is the time before you leave. Many questions about Zamzam and dates to bring home. You will get a complimentary Zamzam from the providers. 5 liters, one per adults, basically one per passport. Uh, we have the picture here. It's usually sealed in the box. It's not calculate. It's not calculated as your check-in luggage. So if, for example, you have two luggage to check in, that is your two luggage. This Zamzam is a check-in items, but it's not counted as your total luggage of the two, right? So you still have to check in. They will give you the luggage tag for your Zamzam. Then they will guide you where to check your Zamzam separately from your luggage counter, but it's not counted as part of your check-in item. Dates. It is allowed for you to bring back to US, Canada, or UK, Australia. Just make sure you pack it nice and clean. Then you should also declare it. It's not an issue. They don't usually have problem, and they usually most of the international custom know that you bring Zamzam. I'm sorry, you bring dates. So some questions about wheelchairs. Uh, Depending of what you need. Either you can bring it yourself if you have it, or you can purchase it while you are in Saudi. If you need it all the time, and you have someone to assist you, uh, it is either best for you to bring it, or you can also purchase it over there. And at the end of the trip, you can donate it to and leave it to people to use in the hotels or the location also in the haram that you can live. Uh, Also, if you have, even though that I know that in the nusuks that you have an options already there that wheelchair will be provided, those two options on the top is also applicable. I mean, it is more convenience for you. If you have it, you can to bring it. If or if there's an option for you, you can buy it. It's not too expensive. I think it's about uh, 300 reals or 400 reals, about 150 dollars basically. You can have it, and you can always have it with you for your convenience. Location, usually the area for wheelchair is friendly throughout your manasiks of Hajj. It's accessible for wheelchairs. Also in the haram, if you need it just for the tawaf or sa'i, you can just rent it in the haram. You can have it on the way in, or also you can have them pick you up from the hotels, depending on the arrangement, and then the price fluctuate in between. Uh, I think it's about 250 real, 300 real, and sometimes it's fluctuate due to Hajj. But inshallah, by when the time comes, inshallah, we'll post it in your group chat and remind you exactly like how much and how it's work and what is best, inshallah. There's also electric wheelchair available for you to rent. There is also a QR code here that you can also I guess have like basically like book it in advance. I guess this is basically general of the quick run tentative itinerary that hopefully inshallah will guide you and have some idea for you to plan your trip, how to pack for your trip. If again, I'm we all here to support. Anytime you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, either by call, by text, or by emails. And then also anytime that we have update, we'll share it with you. Inshallah, we are looking forward to be with you on this special trip, inshallah. Um, we have here also Brother Fathi. He's been with us for many years, and he's also have many experiences in the Muasim camp. Uh, if you can share some advice or reminder or important points that you can share with us, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Haidar. Thank you for covering all that. No, I mean, I could just give a couple of pointers. A few years back, we performed Hajj in the Maisam camp with Sheikh Yasir Qadi, he will be with us this year. And we had a Qalam group, and we also had Fifth Pillar. Alhamdulillah, we were a very large group, over 1,000 people, and everyone was able to fulfill their Hajj. Out of the Arafat, it was very comfortable, very large camp, air conditioned well. Everyone was, mashallah, focused in their ibadah, no problems with Arafat. Mina, with the walk to Jamarat, I would say is the hardest part. Of course, like you mentioned, yes, the walk back and forth. The walk one way is about 45 to 55 minutes. That will be the toughest part of your day for from 3 to 4 times of going back and forth through the tunnels. Just make sure that before you leave the camp, we will be providing you ice cold water. So make sure you have that with you. It shouldn't be a problem if you take your time to walk and throw the jamarat and come back. Please don't rush. If you're going to need wheelchair assistance, please make sure you have that arranged ahead of time. Like Brother Haidar mentioned, you can either come with a wheelchair from the States, or it's easier to buy it from a Nahdi pharmacies for around 300 Riyal or so. Use it while you're there. Have a lock for your wheelchairs, because many people mistakenly take some people's wheelchairs. So you can walk out the camp and someone took your wheelchair by mistake. So make sure you do have a lock for that. But everything else I mean, alhamdulillah, we were very happy with our Hajj from Maisam. I mean, I've tried it. I've tried it in the premium camp, and I've tried it in Maisam. The more of a challenge, the more ajr that you will receive, inshallah. And just watch out for the walking. Again, that's going to be the hardest part. And for the bathrooms, there is going to be long lines, especially before prayer times. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you make your wudu an hour before prayer, and you should be fine, inshallah. Again, on behalf of Brother Haidar and myself, we're looking forward to serving you all, and we will meet very soon, inshallah. Jazakallah kullu khair.
So just to go back a little bit on the shifting, the non-shifting inshallah will be simple and easy. You will be going back on the 13th back to your room. You have your hotels available for you, and then depending on your departure, we'll inshallah schedule it and update you when to perform your tawaful wada and when you will be going to the airport. But for the shifting, it will be a little bit hectic because that day is going to be you just leaving on the 13th, going to your tawaful wada, and then you will continue on the same day on the 13th. Basically, you go to Makkah, do your tawaful wada, and then you will be transferred to either to Jeddah hotel or directly to your airport. It's based on your flight itinerary. We are working in details, compiling all the information for your arrivals, for your departures. Uh, Inshallah, we have all the details. We know exactly where you will be coming in, where you will be living. Whatever the situation is, we'll be there for you. I mean, uh, the reason why I'm saying this is logistically, whatever the challenge is, inshallah, we all support each other. We'll do our best to accommodate. Uh, just focus on your spirituals. This is, once in a lifetime. We want to make sure that you are comfortable and you can focus on your spirituals, and we'll do our very best, work with the provider to support and make it easy, inshallah, for your journey. So with that said, inshallah, we'll continue going back to our drawing books and we'll try to figure out what are the missing pieces, inshallah, to put it together. Hopefully sometime next week, we'll get better idea where everything is, and whatever the missing part, we'll update you, inshallah. And if needed, we'll have another webinar just to focus on your detailed itinerary and with any questions you might have. But the idea basically, we'll do our very best, inshallah, to support and to provide all the information needed, all the logistic support needed, so that hopefully the best we can to have a nice and comfortable journey, inshallah. I guess that is the end of my presentations. We'll go over some Q&A if there is any. Brother Azhar, do you?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Haider. We should let people know that they have the opportunity now to ask their questions, and also, most importantly, before you actually post your question, take a look at the existing questions. If it matches what you're going to say, just vote it. We're just going to take questions based on the vote received in the sequence. So it's time now for Q&A. It's open. Take a look at it. And if the question is already there, just simply vote it. If not, then you can post your question. We'll just give you about a minute or so before we start answering, inshallah.
Okay. So let me start by reading these questions. Let me see.
So I just wanted to select the most votes here. So the first question is that of Mr. Fatima. Can I keep my passport with me while in Arafat and Muzdalifah? Is that okay, Brother Haider, if I answer this?
So yes, please.
Mr. Fatima, you must be in a shifting package where you are going to end up sending out your luggage, and you're going to probably catch your luggage at the very end after Hajj is over, before your departure. In my opinion, what we're going to do, I can tell you what we're working with service provider to do. Those who are in the shifting package and are moving out of their Medina room into Makkah room into Mina, we will not only collect checked luggage, be delivered in the hotel in Jeddah, where they will reunite with the luggage and repack before they head to the airport. We'll also offer a valuable safekeeping service. A valuable safekeeping service is to take your valuables, like your passport, your debit and credit card, cash. You'll seal it, we'll take it from you, and we'll deliver that to you at the end of the manasik of Hajj. It's not safe for you to carry your passport with you, rather that you use valuable safekeeping service so that you can go completely worry-free, inshallah.
Okay. So it says there, where does my luggage stay during Hajj Manasik for shifting package? And from where do I get it back when I am done with Hajj? I think this was mentioned before on the presentations. So your luggage is this is for the shifting. Your luggage will be collected and stored. You will have no access to it until the end of your manasiks of Hajj, before your departure. Basically, you will have it depending on your flight itinerary. Will update you where exactly to collect your luggage, but you will have no access to it until the end of your manasik of Hajj.
If I
So
may,
next
Brother Hamza,
question.
so those who are in
Sorry.
a shifting package are going to be taken at the end of their Hajj after they finish the Tawaf al Wada to the hotel in Jeddah. And so that's
Yeah.
where your luggage is going to be. You're going to reunite with your luggage in the hotel in Jeddah so you can repack. And it all depends on when your flight is. So it might be a bit tight, but that's what the plan is. And you can repack, but you will not have access to your luggage out the manasik. Okay.
So there's not. Yeah.
I have sorted the questions based on most upvotes.
Yeah.
Will
Do we
everything be? Go ahead.
do we schedule a Rauda visit ourselves when we can? We only have one day in Medina. So the Rauda is usually it's done on the apps that will be downloaded, different apps than this Nusuk app, the Nusuk app, not the one that you use for Hajj. You have to download it on your phone, and you will have to schedule for the Rauda. It's too early right now to see, of course. But it has to be scheduled on your apps based on female and male schedules. And will everything be done in a group, even a tawaf or something? We will have to
Let me
find our own
let
time
me
to do.
emphasize that if you have that
Yeah.
one day in Medina, you know which day it is, then on the Nusuk app itself, when they open it up, you can go and make your appointment for the Rauda. So that's what it is. We've had a conversation with the service provider. Are they going to be able to make a booking for a group so that the group can go together? They're saying they're working on it. We don't have a definitive answer. Even if they're working on it, it might not be the day that you're there. If you have the opportunity, please download the Nusuk app on your smartphone, whichever day it is. The appointments will open up perhaps a week or 2 weeks before, not earlier than that. Right now, it'll be all grayed out. Just keep checking on it, and if you have the opportunity to book it, you should book it. Should the service provider decide to provide a group booking, then you can take advantage of that as well.
Okay. So when you said Zamzam will be to first point of arrival Dubai. If you are going to Jeddah, Medina, Dubai, on the one is US, thinking about chart if we do. So the Zamzam is for international check in from Saudi to your first destination. If you have connecting flights, depending on the rules of the airline, but I have not heard any issue in the past. But still, it all depends on the airlines if that's also will be counted as your check-in luggage or it will be an additional luggage. During the Tawaf of Ifadah, can non-shifting people have access to their Makkah hotel to grab a few things, or even so the non-shifting, you have your hotel. Your hotel is yours. The only thing, it's based on the availability of the transportations that we have between the camp to Mecca. But if you are able to, we are inshallah able to have the transportation, you have access to your hotel anytime during the manasiks. So
Let me answer this,
Is the
ask this question. Will everything be done in group? Because this is the most voted. Even all
oh
tawaf, etc., or do some things we'll have to find our own time to do. So, brothers and sisters, your group leader will be with you. However, I should tell you that even when we find some activities we do in group, for example, if I have a group of 40 with me and we get together in the hotel, we're all in ihram and we go together for tawaf, what tends to happen because of the crowd and because some people have done Umrah before, so they know exactly what to do, some people are at a different pace, the group doesn't stay together. Even if you start together, it will not stay together per se. And so some people do not want to do it. But we will go as a group, and whoever remains with the group leader will lead that group. I would also suggest the same thing would apply when we're going to the Jamarat. You should never go on your own to the Jamarat. You should always go to the Jamarat. You can definitely go with the group when you're going for ziyarah in Medina. So those kinds of things are always done in a group setting, and the rest will be advised by a group leader, inshallah.
what do I get? Let me just trying to see. Is the transportation at midnight and Fajr from Muzdalifah going to Mina? Is the transportation at midnight and Fajr from Muzdalifah going to Mina or to Haram? It's going back to Mina. So from Muzdalifah, the next Muzdalifah is on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah. You just finish from Arafah, you're going to Muzdalifah, and then the next of your itinerary will be going back to Mina. Then you will be staying in Mina from the 10, 11, 12, and the 13. And between that time, you have to go to the Haram to do Tawaf al-Ifadah. And again, that schedule, inshallah, will be updated and will be shared with you.
So you're going to go from
Last trans-
Muzdalifah to Mina because you decided to leave Muzdalifah in the middle of the night, midnight. And so you get there, and should there be a transportation available for you to go straight to the Haram, you can. You can go with the transportation to the Haram, perform your Tawaf al-Ifadah and come back. Or you can be in the tent and wait for your group to go to Tawaf al-Ifadah. Because you're coming in the middle of the night, and you have the opportunity to go early enough to Tawaf al-Ifadah, even though you may not have stoned, or and then you can do that in ihram and come back and stone later. It all depends on exactly what path will be followed at that time. You can go straight to the haram, transportation takes you, or you can come to Mina and then stop in the camp and take the next transportation to Muzdalifah. All of that is possible. It's very difficult to actually judge in what sequence it'll be because there'll be transportation provided for those who want to leave in the middle of the night. Brother Ahmed, you have an interesting question. What is the tentative plan for those who completely miss Medina days due to current group flight itinerary mismatch? There's a two-part question. So let me answer this question. We're not so sure that you're going to miss at this time. There's still, I think with the Latif Jameel group, they're still working on the flights. We still have at least until the middle of next week to know what the definitive plan is going to be, and only then we'll be able to answer it. Second part of your question is also important. Will Dar es Salaam provide backpack, ihram, Muzdalifah mat, etc.? Just want to emphasize again, first of all, there is no backpack to be provided at all. You need to actually purchase your own. Dar es Salaam is not providing those things. They are being provided by service providers, and we're simply coordinating and supporting them in delivering that to you. Okay. But the way Shah, your question is the safe shared in the room? So if you're in a quad occupancy in the hotel in Mecca and Medina, there's only one safe. We've had no issues with people sharing the safe. Just make sure that you have a small pack of whatever you've got, and then the safe it can hold stuff for up to 4 people, provided for people don't stuff it with other things. You know, the kinds of things you want to put in the safe, yeah, you can. It is going to be shared in the room.
So bus transport Medina to Mecca, if we buy train tickets, can the checked luggage be transported only? I don't think we don't advise that, because you have to make sure that your luggage should always be staying with you. If you are transporting by bus or with bus transport Medina to Mecca, if we buy train tickets, I don't think you should, because you should keep it with your luggage with you all the time. So
So if
when
let me try to understand this question, brother, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So you believe you're getting a bus transportation from Medina to Mecca in the hotel that you're in, and the rest of the group, and you don't want to go on the bus, you want to go on the train, and you're going to be in the same hotel as the rest of the group in Mecca, even though they're going by bus, you want to buy the train ticket. All you want is that your luggage should be delivered to them or to whoever is looking after luggage, ship it to Mecca um, before you go on the train. They most likely will take their luggage if they're still going on bus. It hasn't been clarified yet as to those who are going on bus. I think we're trying to work with the service provider, have everybody on go on train, but it's not done yet. It's not firm yet. So don't take my word for it. Assume if they're going on a bus. If they're going to go on the bus as such, then if you want to take the responsibility that you're going to give the luggage and it will be carried by them in a truck over to Mecca in the same hotel while you go on the train and arrive in the same hotel on your own, that is possible if you wanted to do that, if you want to take the cab.
So the next question here is the Mina bedding tries after Hajj? If so, can we take them back home to reassure after? Uh, the Mina bedding is not easy to be carried. It's a folding chair. It will be it will you we they will take care of it, and then I'm not sure what they will do after we leave, but it's not something that you can take with you.
If I may, Brother Haider, the
Yeah.
actual bedding is provided to us for use. It doesn't belong to us. It's not given to us. It is only for our use. So we ought to return it where it's at, as opposed to bringing it back or disposing it in our way, in any way we want to do that. Leave it the way it is. You leave.
Yeah. So when it comes to the visa, we just have to print one that we are able to access from the site. Uh, yeah, you can, but the best thing is to print it so you have it with you. But sometimes you can also have it downloaded on your phone and just show it from your phone. But to be safe, printing is better.
Okay, the question is how many will be in Mina tent and how will we get haircut in Mina? So the question on how many in Mina tent is there is no standard size of a tent. So if I had a tent that would hold, let's say, 10 people, sometimes they will open up the middle partition and connect with the next tent that holds 8 people and the third tent that holds 12 people. So you'll end up enlarging, and so they'll take away the middle barriers, if you will. A, it allows for better airflow, and B, it also allows when the sheikh is standing there giving a lecture so everybody can hear it. And C, it also allows for congregational prayers. So when you say how many will be in a Mina tent, it depends on the size of the tent itself. And the next question is, how will you get haircut? In Mina, we hopefully will have barbers. We'll let you know what the arrangements would be, or a barber will be nearby to actually get your haircut done, inshallah.
If I buy an electric wheelchair or scooter, can we take it on the bus? Yeah, you should be able to. I mean, it's just like when you have your wheelchair, you can carry it on the bus. So the same thing here. What is the advice direction mode to get around familiarize? Use Google Map on paper maps will be provided. I'm not sure what's your question here. What is the advice direction mode to get around Google Maps? I guess that will be the best. I don't think the maps will be available. Uh, what should
My advice
folks
to the
plan
folks
prepare for who for? I'm sorry.
My advice would be that those who are in the Muasim camp, when you first get to
Azhar,
the
you're
camp,
breaking up.
okay, can you hear me now?
Breaking up a little bit.
All right, you hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
My advice for those who are going to the camp in Mina, first day you get to your camp in Mina and Al Muassim, take your smartphone out. Hopefully, you have data plan in it, and take a pin drop. Take a pin drop location of your camp. At least you will save that pin drop, and should you ever get separated from the group on the way back from Muzdalifah, for example, or the bus drops you a bit further away because of traffic congestion. Sometimes people sit in the bus doesn't go anywhere. So what they do is they say, you know what, they get us off the bus, we'll walk. At least you'll have the pin drop and you'll know exactly how to get back to the camp. So make sure you always carry a pin drop with you in the location you'll be visiting, starting with the Mina location, so that you know exactly how to get back to the camp should you have to get back, inshallah. I think there was another question that was interesting.
What should folk plan, prepare?
The other question that somebody had asked was,
that?
is there going to be, why is there not a bus going from the camp to the Jamarat? Are we walking there? And I think somebody's answered that question, or no?
Can you repeat it?
Why isn't there a bus going from the camp to the Jamarat? I thought I saw that question somewhere here.
I don't see it. I don't. So what should folk plan, prepare for who are leaving from Medina Airport on the 21st? This is from Tulip 4, right? So if your return flight is from Medina, the transportation, inshallah, we'll do our very best to accommodate. But the detail of what is best, inshallah, once we finalize our departure and arrival, inshallah, we'll give you more detail, inshallah. But however it is that it works, inshallah. I mean, we'll be there, inshallah, to help you to get the best way possible, inshallah. During Ihram, are you allowed to change clothes for women? I believe so. Azhar, maybe you can help answer this better.
Yes. So if you have an ihram, if a woman has her garment on in which she enters into ihram, and she wants to go to the hotel and change it to another, she can. From a religious perspective, she can. There's nothing wrong with that.
Return flight is from Medina. When we get done at Mecca, we will be transported to airport in Medina for return flight. Yes, inshallah, like what I just mentioned earlier, all these domestic arrangement, inshallah, will figure out what is best and we will communicate it with you, inshallah. How will ziyarat work in Medina if people are getting to Medina on different days? I don't know what day are you arriving. Based on that, inshallah, we'll know better. And you can, if you give me more detail, inshallah, you can contact me directly, and then inshallah, we'll share with you what is the best option, inshallah. How will ziyarat work in Medina? If 12 is difficult to go to hotel, then we have to stone on the 13th. Yes. If you're staying until the 13th, then you have to stone also on the 13th. When will I get my e-tickets from New York but flying from Toronto? Your e-tickets, if you're buying it from, I'm assuming you're buying it from Nusuk, you should be getting it, inshallah, and either they will download it to your apps or they'll email it to you.
You will get your ticket from Toronto as a group ticket because that's what you purchased. So when should you purchase your ticket from New York? I think your group ticket is as good as final. Based on that, you should go ahead and purchase your domestic ticket from New York to Toronto to connect with the international flight.
for non-shifting, what kind of things we need to stay in Manakib. So basically you kind of like picture it that you will be in Mina on the 8th, on the 9th, on the 10th,
No, this is
11,
non-shifting.
12, and 13. You will be in Manasik of Hajj. So Mina on the 8th, 9, and 10, you will be in Ihram. The time that you will, and also you will be moving from Mina on the 9th will be in Arafat, and the 10 you will be back to Mina. So those 3 days, 8, 9, and 10, you will be you wearing your ihram. I'm not sure. So the 10 will be the day that you will be changing to regular clothes. 11, 12, and the 13th. So minimum at least you have 2 changes of clothes
Yeah, but
after
I
the
think
10th.
Brother Hyde, the question is
Yeah,
non-shifting. Have a hotel.
yeah, for, oh yeah, sorry, for non-shifting. Sorry, I was thinking about shifting. For the non-shifting, uh, again, you can minimize it as much as you can. At least you have 1 change of clothes, and hopefully we will be able to accommodate for you to go back to your room and have access to your clothes to change. But at least minimum 1 change of clothes. How will ziyarat work in Medina if people are getting this is already done.
Okay.
We have a custom flight arriving in Jeddah on June 8th. Do we find our own way to Medina? We are on Tulip, or does someone meet us there to help us? Should we book a flight or high-speed train? How much is the advance should I book? So again, I mean, logistically, inshallah, will support you, guide you, and what is the best accommodations. But we need more details of your situations, inshallah. I mean, will if you want, you can text me or call me directly or email me. But in general, we'll do our best, inshallah, to accommodate you with your logistics. Any use of time difference and travel time not added in the flight itinerary for Delta budget. Uh, inshallah, we'll have this information early next week, inshallah.
The question here: when will you request for information from us, those that need to
I'm
use
sorry?
CPAP for sleep? When will you request for information from us, those that need to use the CPAP for sleep apnea? It was mentioned before that there will be provided space close to a power outlet. Did we not already send that information out? Ask them to provide the information of the CPAP machine? We did.
I'm sorry?
Send it.
You're breaking up. Hello?
People who are using CPAP machine need to inform us they're using CPAP machine. Did we not already collect that information, but either?
The information about who did it?
Did we not already send out the form for people to identify?
Yes, we have. We have
Yes.
taken that information and we'll make notes of that, inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brother Muhammad Faisal Rahman, that information was requested already. If you've missed that form, you'd have to send an email to your Dar es Salaam agent, letting them know that you missed the form, that you're also using CPAP machine. We'll do the best we can to accommodate.
No, no problem.
You want to take 1 or 2 more questions and maybe wrap up after
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So this question here, if you can help about package HFC Hajj Jamil Anwar Movenpick Almuasim.
I don't, the HFC Hajj Meal, Anwar
Yeah.
Movenpick and Muasim, I don't
Yeah.
think that,
I don't think we support this
I don't
package,
think
right?
that's a package we're supporting, Anwar al-Movenpick.
Yes.
We're supporting HFC Jamil in Sharjah, not Anwar al-Medina Movenpick.
Yeah.
It's not our package.
Does a bike lock work for the wheelchair if we purchase when we arrive? Do they sell the wheelchair lock when we buy there? I don't believe I ever see a lock like sold over there
I think you need to carry a
for
small bicycle lock from here. Put it in your check
yeah
luggage. You can buy
yeah
the wheelchair over there, and then you can lock it up in Mina, because you might not be able to bring the wheelchair inside the tent and make sure it's locked up, not just the wheel. Sometimes you'll find a post, lock it with the post. Much better if you can find the post.
are there are there going to be a clear color coded to wear for each group? So your ID will be color coded. Your personal ID that we will be provided for you will be color coded, inshallah, so that we can identify easily which groups that you are belong to, inshallah.
Okay, your last question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Should we buy an extra set of ihram and carry belts from US, and if or this advisable to buy from Medina? So you are arriving in Medina first. There is plenty of times and places that you can buy ihram there, or any accessories you need, belt. You don't need to get it here unless unless you have something that you are specifically wants to get it from here. But in general, they are all easily available in Medina, inshallah. I think that would be our last questions.
Did you want to wrap
And
it up?
will be, yeah, I think so, yes. Okay, inshallah. I mean, basically, hopefully this presentation is helpful. I know this is just like a very high uh, tentative itinerary, just to give you an idea what will be your day-to-day activities, where you're going to be on certain transportations and logistics. Inshallah, once we get more information or more detail that we think that will be useful, we'll share it with you, or if needed, we'll have a follow-up webinar, inshallah. Uh, I guess that's for me. That's it for me. Brother Azhar or Muhammad Fathi, if you have anything to say, and then we can help close, inshallah.
Jazakallah kull khair, Haidar. Like you said, this is a tentative itinerary, and it was very detailed for a tentative itinerary, mashallah. So, inshallah, we'll be providing more detailed information when it is available, inshallah.
Brother
Brothers and
Azhar, can you
sisters,
help close?
we're looking forward to serving you. I'm sure that Brother Haider is eager to meet in every one of you when you get there, inshallah. But as you can see, some of the information is still in the works, as was shared in the very beginning, the important updates. And so we're working on closing that. And as time goes on, you'll have the opportunity to hear more from us as we close those issues. And I also believe we're planning on opening up the respective WhatsApp groups sometime in the middle of the month. So if you've not already joined the WhatsApp group, make sure that you join your respective WhatsApp group. It's important that you know and understand that what your program is. There are so many different programs. If you start following another program, you might get confused. And that's why it's important that you know your program and that you're part of that program's WhatsApp group, and we'll have opportunity to interact even in that WhatsApp group, and with the opportunity to actually provide more information as it becomes available. We're excited and eager to have you. We're nervous just as much as you are, but we're confident, and most importantly, we're hopeful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has invited you, and He will grant ease to each and every one of you to make this journey. To make dua in time, internalizing this trip and what it means to you. And don't forget, even though 99% of the question is more of logistics and admin, there's a greater element that will give you inner satisfaction and inner peace, and that is the spiritual element. Why are you going there? Look at the result of what you're going to gain after you finish Hajj. Either coming back as the day your mother gave birth to you, sinless, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Hajj that is acceptable the reward is no less than Jannah. So it's not easy to gain Jannah. There will be some difficulty associated with that. To make sure that you're preparing yourself for this trip, you're going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is your host. You're going to his house, nobody else's house, his house. So exactly how you should appear. What exactly should you have in your heart as you cry out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What you should have when you stand in Arafat. Spend some time visualizing that. And also, as much as you're concerned about the logistics of it, inshallah, it will all fall in place. And just as much as we're doing the spiritual sessions here, the logistics sessions with you, the admin sessions with you, that same theme will continue. You'll have somebody guide you on the logistics side. You'll also have shuyukhs to guide you on the spiritual side. The rest, we put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us this to happen with ease, to accept it from us. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you for participating. We look forward to serving you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.